Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline. Power restored. All primary systems online.
Welcome back to Subnautica, where, well, I built the platform for the rocket in the between videos, and I don't put anything in these rockets, I guess. A lot of empty rockets apparently. But yeah, I got a lot more stuff. I now have 3 lockers full of gold. But of course that isn't the interesting part of this video, is it? The interesting part... Yes, I'm doing this bit as well. The interesting part is that I'm going to go to the bottom of the ocean. And I don't need any. Sorry about that. Damn it.
Welcome aboard, all systems online.
The interesting part is that I am going to the bottom of the ocean.
Captain, all systems online.
In a rather dangerous area.
Engine powering up.
Because we are going to that, the underground biome.
Ahead slow. Ahead standard.
Where is that? Yeah. Let's have a look. There is supposed to be a massive cave around there, I think. That's what I'm going to try and enter. Note. It's over there, and it is. And that is extremely deep. Of course, extremely deep isn't big of a problem. Okay, this is the...
Ahead slow.
go? He just suddenly disappeared. Oh, there he is. I don't remember seeing ampules around here last time. I think I took a different route last time. I'm just going to go extremely slow. And alright. Largely managed to make it through, though. Last time I had a way better route. Which consisted of way less areas I don't really fit through. Oh great, now I'm nice and stuck. So yeah, I'm an idiot who gets his Seamoth stuck. Who gets his Cyclops stuck. Okay, God damn it. But no more trying to go through the way too small areas. Seriously, come on. the silence running.
Creature attack.
Alright, I somehow completely managed to avoid that thing last time around. I do remember being in here.
Warning. Creature attack.
Alright. I think this will be my launching off point. And there are also some creatures around here that don't like light in any way, in any form. So what I'll be doing is, I think, completely power down.
Engine powering down.
Which should mean that my ship is now no longer a target for anything. Let's have a look. And yes, I'm going to take some more stuff with me. And because I don't know how long I'll be down, I'll be putting an alien power cell in there. And I'll also take some extra batteries. Let's do it like this.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I must not have my lights on, because there are creatures here. The crab octopus, I think. Let's have a look. It was the indigenous life forms, fauna, carnivores, the crab squid. Behavior. Rays and other illuminated herbivores are usually its prey. It will approach and attack any light source in the vicinity. Its EMP blast will likely yeah, it has an EMP blast as well. so. Oh. We can teleport out of that. So I'm going to get another med kit.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Let's get fabricator. So that was not exactly useful for nuclear reactor, but already have it. Power coral. Finally. Yeah, I largely just want to move. Although I also want to kind of do everything in here. A simple non-sentient organism found attached to land with high levels of fossilized organic matter. It feeds on the metal until it reaches maturity, at which point it develops to a new genetically identical offspring, and the cycle continues. We have the fauna. Brian Lee. These lily-like plants have evolved to take advantage of the relative density of the acid brine pool encountered near the ocean floor to float safely on surface. Tendril-like roots extend down into the brine, drawing essential salt and minerals from the water. And now also the coral, pyrocoral. This coral species is unlike any other encountered on 45406B, and so far as it relies on magma flow rather than water currents to deliver nutrients. As lava rises up from the plant's core and erupts its vents, the coral forms around the base until eventually it has surrounded the entire vent. Lava is then funneled through the coral, allowing it to siphon minerals and heat as it goes. Okay, neat. So is this then the... Sounds to me like the best place to gather sulfur. Tin coral. Alright, once you get past the entrance, this area doesn't seem too bad. At least so far, too. And that's a variation on the ambiel, isn't it? ship all night up. Alright, I'm going to...
Terrain scans indicate this biome contains unusually high concentrations of organic and fossilized remains.
Good for the biome. I guess everybody needs a hobby. That is big. That is oh so very big. I think it's time for me to move. Okay, damn it. I missed the panic button on my Cyclops already. Alright. That's probably nickel, isn't it? Silver. Alright, good. Not something I know how to get, but can't currently get. Running. Well, driving, I guess. Alright. I can't scan fossils, can I? You look very much like a thing I already scanned, but... Ghost ray. That one wasn't dangerous. Polygon skeletal remains. Sea dragon skeleton.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, I heard before. Ghost ray. This ray species has adapted to deep sea condition. Its body is fully protected by a translucent skin, and its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. Poison the flesh. It's common for the race of 4546b. As is common for the race on Ghost 4546b, the ghost ray's flesh is inedible, making it one of the more resilient herbivores. Feeding behavior. Feeds on plant matter as it settles on the ground in deep sea caverns. Then, deceased. Sea dragon skeleton. The semi-intact skeletal structure of a Leviathan-class predator. And trauma. There's clear evidence of massive physical trauma to the head. The damage is so severe it was likely the cause of death, and must have occurred somewhere nearby. The damage is consistent with a high-speed collision with a solid object. Did he bump into the ship as it crashed or something? 8. Something in the environment has helped to preserve these remains, but calcium decay suggests an approximate time of death of 1000 years ago. Okay, so not the ship. Bone growth suggests the creature was in the egg-laying stage of its life cycle. It's not like there are any eggs around, are there? Because I would not have a problem with a friendly Leviathan around. Okay. This is a very neat area. Unless that tree suddenly tries to eat me. Giant cove tree. The giant cove tree. A vast tree encountered in a deep cove. The only one of its kind encountered on the planet. The tree is surrounded by rays, gazing on its pink outer leaves. Bark.
Seek fluid intake.
A hardy, fast-growing bark covers the outside of the tree. A minuscule organism inhabits the notches in the surface. Ghost Leviathan eggs. The tree branches are warped around a number of maturing eggs, belonging to the species designated Ghost Leviathan. This tree appears to be an ancient nesting ground. The eggs were laid when the tree was young, and now the branches protect and grow with them as they await the right conditions to hatch. I don't think I'll be able to
Vital signs stabilizing.
to get them out. I do love all these strange little cooperations that the game has.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, it's... I didn't have to worry about it for a long time, but... I can still only get so low.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Alright, so... the base that was around this one... Let's have a look. Codes and clues. Alien facility location. Disease research facility, which is at a depth of 800 meters. Okay, this area is so bloody massive. Unless I remember to... Okay, I did remember to take the sea light. fiery area. That might be interesting. Predator, but magma rag. I take it that the magma rag is edible. And that the magma lava will try to eat me. Let's see how good I can guess these creatures. All small. Magmarang. This organism is an adaptation of the Cameron boomerang, evolved to survive in high temperature environment. Correlation. Dark red coloration helps a subspecies to blend into indigenous rock environment. Orange, these hills resemble active lava flows, deterring more cautious predators. Behavior. Marginally bolder than its shadow cousin, the magmarang will nonetheless flee any creature launched in itself with impressive speed. And it's edible. And scavengers and parasites. The lava. A grub-like species which appears to lack sight or smell, but it's able to sense and drain thermal and electrical energy in its immediate environment. Suction cup. Capable of attaching to smooth surfaces and generating high pressure suction, or at least if it comes under sufficient strain. Torso. Thick scales protected from extreme temperature. The lava lacks a traditional digestive system. Instead, it powers its internal processes directly from the energy it consumes. Lovely. Oh, so don't get it on your ship. Behavior. Attach to energy sources of all kinds. Pulls energy from its prey to survive. Avoid while piloting vehicles. Remove to conserve and batteries. Lovely.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
So, I don't think the alien base will be around here. Okay. Did you drink too much last night or something? What's that coloration? Nothing special, just strange coloration.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's not like I can take a sample of. Nope. Not a chance. Okay, what's with this strange coloration? Do they maybe not like it when I get too close to their thing? Alright. this area seems to have more the right depth. So I can't scan those trees. Yes, I'm very hesitant to put my light on. I mean, one, this area has enough species in it that make their own light, that I don't really need it. And two, I'm not terribly interested in getting attacked by certain types of leviathans. Oh, I think I see something. Crystalline sulfur. Alright, so it's the green pools that might hold them. Yes, crystalline sulfur. Sulfur is a highly reactive, non-metallic element, usually found in abundance underground. Common applications include production of acidic compounds and combustibles. If I remember correctly, useful for okay. Don't enter that stuff. Oh, now it's bothering me. What did I need those things for? Neptune gantry, support rockets and construction, and a Neptune booster. Experimental boosters, hopefully. You guys can't do anything against me. No. So, fire suppression. And oh yeah, it wasn't. And it was the better jumpsuit, not the what's it? The thermal power. That I need Kainites. That's I think also silver. Prefer to not attack to death by these things, but there we go. Six of the stuff. That's already one more than I nice if I could take one of my pet hunters in here and get him to attack these guys. Okay, we are leaving the area, which I'm not. I mean, I'm very okay with leaving the area, but I want to leave the area. But I also need stuff from this area.
Seek fluid intake.
And that's
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, no. I thought that was my last bit of fluid. I have one more in the ship. In my sea moth. Though I don't know if that will be enough, but probably is enough, because that looks like the thing I'm looking for. Oh, thank God, I've never been this happy to see aliens.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
Just perfect.
Detecting an alien broadcast. Linguistic analysis reads, "Caution, hazardous materials and life forms contained within."
Oh yeah, that was the goal of the thing, wasn't it?
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed.
Lovely. Beacon name. Alien like lab. So what exactly did she say last time?
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed. Integrating new PDA data.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Specimen research data. Catalog of information on the organisms previous contained within the alien facility. Number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore gamma. This entry seems to reference the common peeper. Shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Shows symptoms of remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly recur. Shows advanced learning behaviors. Shows some capability to transmit enzymes to other specimens. Leviathan embryo. Lovely. Adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimen acquired from nesting site. Embryo show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small sample of eggs have been retained for continuous high priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore terror. Off-site lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proven insufficient for full reconstruction. Off-site lab. Could that be the Leviathan that we found, the dead one? Maybe. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designator Sea Emperor. Oh, lovely. Bone samples from the Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. A single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. I'm going to need more depth modules before I can get to that. Assessment. While it is unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data there on the aliens' attempt to develop a vaccine. Well, we're not looking for a vaccine though. We are looking for a cure. I mean, if we can get a no, not going there because I think that's I thought it was one of those gates where suddenly there's no water behind it.
Calorie intake recommended.
Egg. Sea dragon egg. This large egg is held in a hermetically sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Without the means at the facility to house full-grown sea dragon specimen, it is possible the aliens sought to study instead the egg-laying and incubation process. To what end is unclear. Knowledge. Ribcage. Ribcage sample. A display case containing an array of rib cages harvested from indigenous life forms. There is spectacular focus on the instance of a vertebral skeletal structure. While some of these skeletons match organisms encountered on the planet so far, most cannot be matched with confidence, suggesting either that there are specimens out there not yet accounted for, or that they have become extinct since these samples were collected. And ray specimens. Don't know that ray yet. Looks like some kind of magma ray. Ray species on 4546b. Different species of ray indigenous to 4546b, each adapted to different environments. The specimens are 99.99% genetically identical to those encountered on the planet today, suggesting the rays in particular have undergone little evolutionary mutation in the past millennium. Okay, I thought that was one of those biters. Ghost ray, gel ray, crimson ray and rabbit ray likely all share a common evolutionary ancestor. The alpha ray would have evolved deep in the ocean trenches, quickly growing in line with available food supplies. It would have most resembled the ghost ray in size and appearance, with translucent skin for camouflage and forward-mounted eyes for hunting. A fast and fearsome stalker of small creatures in the dark. While some rays have stayed within the limits of the cave systems where they first evolved, others are relatively more recent adaptation to new environments, like the result of overpopulation. All the rays on 4546b have given up predation in favor of herbivorous scavenging, and use poisonous flesh to protect themselves.
Vital signs stabilizing.
If you can't be eaten, you... Oh. That's right, I can cook you guys. And I made a mistake only taking one of the... Okay, I know I have both alien flags. Ooh.
Integrating new PDA data.
Damage report. Leviathan detected as facility perimeter, closing at high speed. Exterior anchor cable impacted with massive force. Exterior anchor system bulking. Facility sinking. Collision with sea floor. Breaches detected and containment unit 7. Leviathan eggs. Immediate specimen destruction control initiated. 314 specimens destroyed. 1 specimen unaccounted for. Evacuating staff to off-site sanctuaries. Planetary quarantine protocol initiated. Warning: infectious individual may not leave the planet. It was your own studying that. It was your own goddamn study, wasn't it? It was your own disease. Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't have then gone into research specimen. If the plant goes into quarantine after one of your research specimens is unaccounted for, that means that your research is to blame. Well done, you went from the ones that actually did something smart to save possibly the entire system, the entire galaxy, to evil assholes who make dangerous diseases. Remains of research specimen. The skeletal remains of a vast predator, housed within an artificial habitat. The environment constructed to house the specimen suggests it was kept alive in containment for research purposes for months or even years. Organic matter indicates the habitat once supported extensive plant life, though it has since decayed. When the facility collapsed, the specimen was either left to die or killed on the spot. Evolution. While it shares some skeletal traits with the biter and sand shark, including its distinctive double eye sockets, this fossilized specimen is significantly larger and features unusual forearm rarely seen in aquatic species. The species has likely gone extinct in the past 1,000 years, and its evolutionary relatives have evolved almost beyond recognition. They look more like wheel arms, don't they? Same with the bones on many of these things. They don't look like the...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
At least to me, they don't give as much the idea of the... of how those fish skeletons, and yes, I forgot the English word for that, if I even knew it at some point. But yeah, they don't look as much like that as they look like rib cages like we have them, and like whales.
Residual biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
containing a walker must have been quite the challenge. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. Yeah, warpers teleport, making it rather hard to probably contain them. This life form shows signs of heavy genetic modification and extensive mechanical crafting. Its digestive and pulmonary systems have been replaced by an onboard battery receiving energy directly from the main grid and distributing it around the body. Miniaturized phase technology has been implemented beneath the skin and is triggered by the central nervous system, allowing the construct to teleport at will. The brain and central nervous system have been digitally augmented with advanced processing power and remote communication. Assessment: programmable hunter/killer. Avoid. Oh. So that thing is supposed to come after things that enter the base or something. Walker part. The organic part on display contains DNA from dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. This production line setup suggests the self-warping constructs were built, maintained and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. Off-world DNA?
Fluid intake.
How does that work?
Vital signs stabilizing.
Because, yeah, now you're getting a bit of Phoenix, the hobby biologist. Because almost all DNA on Earth is shared because we all have one common ancestor that goes back oh so bloody far.
Seek fluid intake.
That isn't the case, and in all likelihood all the life on this planet would also have one common ancestor.
Vital signs stabilizing.
But DNA off-world, I mean, if it is DNA, then even that doesn't mean that it's read the same way, with the same enzymes and stuff like that.
Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Yeah, that's why we are in a bloody alien base, isn't it? Oh. I probably wasn't supposed to climb into my ship here because I saw some green glowy stuff. The Kara contagion profile. This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial contagion identified as Kara. Discovery. First encountered during routine network expansion on outer worlds. Pandemic development. Network error resulting in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly through the core worlds. Confirmed deaths 143 billion individuals. Bacterial mechanism attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. Ooh, that is not reversible. That just... You can't heal genetic damage. Symptom stage 1. Gradual immune system failure. Stage 2. Green skin lesions and flu-like symptoms. Stage 3. Unpredictable alterations to biological structure. Stage 4. Complete shutdown of executive function. Emergency steps taken. Whole world quarantined. Bacterial samples distributed to isolate disease research facilities for vaccine development. Treatment procedure unknown. Great. Bacterial infection report. You've been infected with a previously unknown waterborne bacterium. It is currently multiplying in your bloodstream. Accumulated incubation time 2 weeks. Your immune system is currently combating the infection at low efficiency. You may already be experiencing flu-like symptoms and skin irritation. This will likely be exacerbated as the bacteria takes hold. Your immediate priority should be abandonment and eradication of the infection. Recommended steps: salvage further alien research data on a possible vaccine. Investigate the mechanisms which have enabled the indigenous ecosystem to inhabit the symptoms of the infection. So yeah, hopefully it's not a ticking clock. It's not a real ticking clock. Hopefully it's not a mechanical ticking clock, because those aren't fun. So they put warpers together. I don't know if they put warpers together or remade warpers. What on earth is making that noise? I'll scan you guys. Can scan the race, but not you guys. Alright, odd. Alright. I think I got basically everything I needed. Ooh, there are some scannable things over there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't know, luckily that's not scannable. It's just part of the aliens hanging anchors. Alright. quick look at what's over here. Doesn't look like... Oh. Damn it, I'm curious. Need to go forward a bit because that sounds like something's coming after me. Okay. You can come after me all you like. I'm going that way. No. I'm going this way. That thing is so large, I do not. This thing, I see Moth can deal with one attack from one of those very large monstrosities. One. From it does 60% damage. No. Wrong button. Fuck off. Run. I'm running low. No, I'm running low on food. I'm out of water. And this area is utterly terrifying. I am running. See if I can. Super prowler. Alright, thank you for your cooperation. Off we go now. Alright. Almost out. Just not get murdered by the octopus crab. And I should be safe.
Captain, all systems online.
Okay. We live. River Prowler. Advanced agile predator discovered at great depths. Powerful jaw used for both savaging prey and warning off larger predators. Also, an eel-like tool is highly vulnerable. Consider predominantly has spinal column and cartilage. It shows significant overlap with other eel-like predators on Vol 546b. Attack profile. It will aggressively keep its jaws facing its opponent, but smaller, faster life forms may have the advantage. Assessment: avoid. That does not help.
Engine powering up.
It's very aggressive music, isn't it? Alright. Alright, we made it out. Right into the Vyvern territory.
Seek fluid intake.
Ahead standard.
Christ. Yeah, this is the area I don't like being in. Last time I was in this area, my seamoth got eaten. And I don't just mean attack, no, eaten. Literally. The seamoth I'm using now is number 2. The first one disappeared in the mouth of a Leviathan. As you can probably guess, it may be slightly less willing to go over there. Nearly back to my base. Hopefully that's the point where I stop feeling oh so gosh darn terrified.
Engine powering down.
storage lockers, I think. Going to take the power cells with me. Good one. And I'm going to replace for another one again. Power cells have been draining then. I can make the fire suppression system. Just need to aerogel.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second, I have fluid on this ship. System. All right.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
For the thermal reactor, I need kyanite. And for those two, I don't know what I need. First, I need to find the right thingy to power them up.
Systems online.
Home sweet home.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Hooray. So, I could also use the crystalline sulfur for an upgrade for this thing. For the bronze suit, no, jump jet upgrade, for which I also need nickel ore, which I don't know where to get. I've never found nickel ore. And iron cube, high capacity alien power source. I might want to have one or two of those in my ship, just in case.
All systems online.
Captain, all systems online.
there. Alright. And then I have no clue where I need to go next. I didn't find an alien portal. The alien lab has been thoroughly explored, I think. I don't want those turned off. Alright. Yeah, way below me there is something that can hurt my ship. Because where exactly the alien lab? It's just very far below me. So that's it for, well, no, it's not, that's not it for this stream yet. Can probably, we can probably get to a way less dangerous.
All systems online.
Dangerous cave that I also haven't been to. At least haven't been in much. Do I not have more water here? No, I don't. Don't know why I don't, but apparently I just don't. Oh well. Alright, there we go.
All systems online.
It's probably a good idea to at least start off with full water. Fill my inventory completely up with those seeds. And once I get there, I'll be able to put the guns up in water.
All systems online.
And then hopefully collect some good stuff.
engine powering up.
Alright. Off we go to... Look, it's... Oh, there that I want to go. Because that deep cave. I have not explored that deep cave very much yet. What's below me here? Could be the start of a cave system, but doesn't exactly look like it. It's, I think, lead. A lead deposit. It is instead in fact a lead deposit. Awesome. I mean, of course not really awesome because... I mean, nicer it was a nickel deposit, but... Well, what can you do? I think this area is about 200 meters deep or something. Here's a problem with this area though. It's not big enough to fit the cyclops into.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
So instead I'll have to take the seam off. Okay, this area has some trouble loading in. Because Ow. Yeah, I can just go through the map. Which isn't exactly something I like doing. I mean, I like beating a game, but that's not... Well, that doesn't really help me in any way either. Okay. Well, look. Yeah, that is rather annoying, isn't it? I guess that this is the... This is actually the exact same cave system. I mean, I know for a fact that it's the exact same biome, but... Well, the easiest way to test if it is the same. The same place is to see if I can get to that beacon. Ooh, Anvil. So yeah, this just is the exact same cabin. I mean, it's another entrance into it. But it is largely just the same place. And yes, I'm collecting a lot of quartz. I like building a lot of things out of glass, so... Well, if you want to build a lot of things out of glass, you need a lot of glass. And for a lot of glass, you need a lot of quartz. I think this was actually the place I got stuck into last time. With the with my Cyclops. Wait, is that? Oh, copper. I mean, cool to know that there are some copper deposits in there, but... What I need is nickel or nickel deposits. And for some reason I can't scan for nickel either. Where is... Cyclops should be there. So here's also lithium and lithium, gold, copper. don't get me wrong, that stuff is also useful, although I really don't need more bloody gold. I got 2 chests full of the stuff. That is a creature egg. Which one? An identified egg.
Captain, systems online.
Alright. Actually not really taken a look at the seabed. Just kind of below me right now. Oh, that was rotten. Here I have been, of course. I have checked out the wreck. Also, I'm 99.9% sure that I have checked out that. Up, but I want to be 100% sure. Yeah. I fear I might have to delve into more dangerous areas. Some deposits and some grass. There's a bit of a cave over there. Probably nothing spectacular, but who knows. Yeah, not much of a cave, is it? But for some reason those thingies are all around it. Is at maximum power. how can my base be out of power? I mean, just quite literally how? Between streams I added another thermal generator to it. One which is at 95 and the other is at 96 degrees Celsius. It basically shouldn't be possible for me to run out of power at this point. Far enough away that the hot area no longer counted as
All systems online.
There's an infected one over there. Yeah. Both are at 96 degrees. And I guess I'm going to pick you up and put you in my bioreactor. Yeah, I am not running out of power. Oh, that's just the ground. And it's the egg of one of those sea snakes, which I already know. Oh yeah, I was scanning for heat areas. For some reason. My sea moth can't deal with those temperatures. Because yeah, I have seen that sulfur is in hot areas. You can't do anything against it. You can be very annoying and that's about it. And I think I might have to try and kill this one. And I can't keep up with you. But I don't want infected things around my base. Because I fear that could lead to all the things, all animals around my base being infected. Which I don't want.
Captain, all systems online.
I do really like the voice of the Cyclops.
All systems online.
Only 225. Because my bioreactor is active. Yeah, despite 2 thermal generators, I do still need I generally still need my bioreactor on. Copper almost 8. Gold lock number 3. That one. And rubies. So, I think that will be the end of this stream. We got to the alien base. Let's have a look. Yeah, the alien portal. Maybe if I go there with one of those energy cubes, that I can then do something with it. I mean, probably not, but it's worth a try.
All systems online.
Although I kind of fear that it is an exit, not an entrance. It's a... You made your way through a dangerous area, here you go. An easy way back out. And an easy way to return. I mean, many games do that. Bethesda games are rather well known for having an easy, or at least Skyrim is very well known for having an easy exit out. But of course there is a very good reason for that. It's a great tool to make it so that people don't have to backtrack a long distance. Of course, I don't know why that would be a terrible problem for a game like Subnautica, where well, I don't know, it's not exactly grindy or something, but a bit of backtracking also doesn't sound out of place or something. And I didn't take the energy. Ion cube. It's also not like I'm swimming past a nickel over here or something. No, doesn't look like it. No placing the energy orb somewhere around here. And get it to take me somewhere else. Bummer. But yeah, that's then the end of the stream, because well, I need some food and I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing in the next one. Hopefully see you then.